Hey guys, it's Sam, and this is my 5-star TBR predictions wrap up and new predictions. This video topic was voted on by my bibliothecary supporters. Every month my supporters over there get to vote in a poll for a video that I will do, either on this channel or on my other channel. They also vote in books that I'll read. We have a yearly reading challenge, we have a Discord, we have a seasonal book club, we have a lot of stuff. So you want to check that out if you want to be part of my content a little bit more with a little community. And as I've been saying for a while now, these are not quite 5-star predictions because they're really like anything above a 4-star. But I think the next round I'm predicting them to be mostly 5 stars. So my rule has slightly changed back to the original format. But for this round, a 4-star and above is still a win. So the first book from this round was These Violent Delights by Quang. This was a huge disappointment. I have reviews for all of these. I'm pretty sure all of these as well. But this was not giving what it was supposed to give. It's supposed to be Romeo and Juliet retelling, but it's not really because this is like post what the story of Romeo and Juliet would be. It's supposed to kind of be like lovers to enemies to lovers. There's a lot of miscommunication happening. The world was not even really a fantasy world. Like there's this one element that's sort of fantastical, but not really, that is not fully explained. And then the end of the book basically leaves it to where we're like sort of flipping the scenario a little bit, and then it's just gonna be the first book repeated again in a different twist. So I will not be continuing the series. I gave it 2 stars. We have The Kingdom of Copper by Chakraborty. This was a 4.5 star. It wasn't quite a 5, mostly in contrast to City of Brass that I read right before this. There is a time jump in this one, and that is just a little rough for me. Time jumps are always a little rough for me, but still really good, still really awesome. I've now since finished this whole series, and it's overall a 5-star series. Then more continuations. I mean, almost all of these are continuations besides one other one. The Dragon Republic by R.F. Quang. This I gave 4 stars. I do plan on continuing with this series, obviously. This one just had a really slow start, and definitely I feel like suffers a bit from second book syndrome. Some of the choices that our main character is making I think don't quite make a ton of sense and can be really frustrating, but you also kind of get where she's coming from, and it can be a little bit like frustrating at times. But what this set up, I'm pumped for. Then we have Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. This is a fun little book. I forgot that I read this. I think it was at the end of last year, honestly. Did I read this year? I don't know. I forgot when I did my 5-star TBR. Anyway, this I liked. This was good. 4 stars. This is just solid, pretty people liking each other. Like I read this strictly for the relationships. The world is fine. I really couldn't care less about the villains. Like at all, the villains seem so ineffective for being actual demons. They should be so much more scary, and they're so not. Or like in this case, princes of hell, please. But otherwise, I love all the little character intricacies and things. It's very fun. And lastly is Chilling Effect by Valerie Valdez. I've talked about this a lot lately because I just finished this, but this is Firefly meets Mass Effect, except for if Shepard was less competent, but has a lot of those, like not competent, but like this main character messes up like way more and gets herself into way stickier situations, I would say. So this is just kind of like a fun little rompy space opera. It has like an alien romance. It's super fun. I will be continuing with the series, but I wouldn't want to read these back to back because that would be too much, I think. But this is a very like self-aware kind of funny series. So overall, some pretty good guesses, right? Some pretty good guesses. So for my predictions for the next round, I'm predicting all of these to be 5 stars. I will be pretty shocked if these are less than 4.5, any of them. First off, The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. These have all been 5-star books. This is the final book in the Wayfarer series. All the rest of the books in the series have been 5 stars. I'll be stunned if this is not also 5 stars. The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. This is a first book in a adult fantasy series, and this features like bone magic, which is almost like necromancy-ish. I love that shit. This is also our bibliothecary book club for this quarter, for the next 3 months. If you want to join us on Discord, we read at our own pace on Discord, and then there's a live show at the end that's Patreon exclusive for discussing this. So that will be for the summer into fall quarter. Then She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I have yet to hear a bad thing about this book. This is a like historical fantasy about a character whose brother sort of dies and she has to take up his mantle as potentially becoming like an empress. So like warrior woman, all that. I also hear it's sapphic. I think I'm gonna love this. Light from Uncommon Stars by Rike Aoki. The only thing I know about this is that this is Good Omens meets the Wayfarer series. That is delightful. That is everything that I want. It sounds so wonderful, and it's a sci-fi. I cannot wait. And finally, I'm predicting the first book in the series, 100,000 Kingdoms by Nk Jemisin, to be a 5-star pick. All of her books, I don't think I've rated anything under 4 stars that I've read by her. but I think this series is going to appeal to me a lot. So I'm guessing we're gonna go with 5. So those are all of my new 5-star predictions. I am hoping, because a lot of these I have plans to read within the next couple of months, I'm hoping that I am able to do one more 5-star prediction video before the end of the year. Typically speaking, these take me just roughly about 6 months. I don't know why. It's just the way it goes. Comment below, let me know what you think I'm gonna rate some of these. If you think I'm also gonna rate some of these 5 stars, and also what some of your current favorite 5-star reads are. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all guys soon. Bye.